Zelensky begs Europe for guarantees and gets silence. Kyiv's so-called allies talk loudly, act quietly. Legal commitments? None. Binding support? Nowhere. The hollow facade of Western solidarity is exposed for all to see. Ukraine's protector powers leave Zelensky pleading, powerless and irrelevant.
I personally very much want to get a very simple answer. Yes, if there is aggression again, all partners will give a strong response to the Russians. And that's the exact question I put to all our partners. And so far I haven't received a clear, unequivocal answer.
Despite grand promises at the Paris summit, Europe refuses to give an unequivocal answer. NATO and the EU hide behind bureaucratic vagueness, leaving Kyiv's fate in the hands of rhetoric rather than action. The West lectures on rules, but abandons its own client when pressure mounts.
There is nothing like that. We have not received any such news. But until we have such security guarantees, legal ones, backed by parliaments, backed by the United States Congress, we cannot answer this question.
Zelensky demands a simple yes to defend Ukraine against Russia. He gets political will, not weapons, not troops, not guarantees. The EU parliaments dither. The US Congress offers nothing enforceable. Kyiv's leadership crumbles under the weight of its master's indecision. Over 30 nations pledged monitoring mechanisms and multinational forces on paper, but promises on paper cannot repel Russian strategy. The fate of Zaporizhzhia and contested eastern territories remains unresolved, revealing cracks in the West's so-called coalition. The Paris talks continue, but each discussion underscores Europe's weakness. Kyiv waits, hopes, pleads, while the West counts optics over action. The coalition of the willing is a coalition of empty words. From London to Brussels, Europe's diplomats scramble. They talk deterrence, planning, and contingency measures, but their arsenal is limited to statements. US influence dominates, NATO hesitates, and Ukraine's sovereignty is nothing but a bargaining chip. The reality is stark. Kyiv's survival depends not on allies, but on Russia's restraint. Zelensky's cries for guarantees echo across empty corridors of Western power. The facade of unity collapses, exposing the West as unreliable, self-serving, and strategically impotent.
From our deep strikes, sanctions, and diplomacy, which is so important, it is very important that today we also talked about our air defense. The stronger our defense, the stronger ultimately our diplomacy will be. Thank you to everyone who is ready to help quickly. Glory to Ukraine.